Good afternoon. The word for today is anterior cingulate cortex. Cingulate, I believe, cortex. That's the part of the brain that when you're drunk or you're high or you're under the influence, that's where your self-awareness comes from. That's where you're able to detect your social faux pas that you might be making. It's the area of the brain that all of a sudden you go like, I'm fine, when you're certainly anything but fine. It's a part of the brain where you don't really worry about long-term consequences. And you have this overconfidence that you are right, and the hell with everybody else's feelings. Seriously, the hell with them. Because you're right, and therefore you have the right to act like a damn jackass. Maybe you've been there. I don't know. Maybe you've been with somebody who's been there. I don't know. But I do know that it gets damaged with alcohol. I know it gets damaged with drugs. I know that, I'll give you one quick story. Had a guy, he came into treatment, said that he hasn't seen his 19-year-old daughter in 20 years because on her wedding day, she said, "Daddy, please don't drink." That was the only request she made. Please do not drink. And he said, "Don't you worry, little girl. Your daddy's got this." Now, he was paying for the wedding, of course, so he went like, you know what? I paid for this champagne. I'm going to have a couple of glasses. I can handle a couple of glasses. And perhaps maybe he could, but he couldn't stop after a couple of glasses. And pretty soon he was totally wasted. And he gets up to make a toast to the bride and groom, and he gets up on these foldable tables, and there's a cake on there, and the wedding punch is on there, and he's walking back and forth on this with the microphone in his hand, making a toast to his little girl and her wedding, and everybody, and I mean everybody there was going like, oh my God, please, someone take the microphone away from him. Someone get him down. He thought he was the life of the party. He was embarrassing the crap out of his daughter. And she said, you couldn't even stay clean and sober for my wedding. And that was it. He hadn't seen her in 20 years. Comes into treatment. Find out a little bit later that he has 4 grandkids he's never seen once. She didn't want them growing up around her alcoholic dad. Can't blame her. And anyway, at the end of the treatment, the mother was still in contact with the daughter, but the daughter said, you tell Daddy anything about where I'm at or the grandkids, I'll cut you off too. So mother didn't do anything. She loved being at least a long distance grandmother or whatever. This is what divorces are made out of. So let me give you a little marital advice. If you're with the love of your life and they drink or they're a drug addict and you're not, and you've had this stupid little thought in your head that, oh, they'll love me enough that they'll quit, you are wrong. They will not. They will always choose their drug of choice over you. Even when they get older, they could go to the doctor. The doctor could say, you know what, you have liver disease. You keep drinking, you're going to be dead within a year. Or quit smoking. If you don't, you got emphysema. It's only going to get worse. You have COPD. It's only going to get worse. They don't really care. They don't care about what's going to happen in the future. All they care about is their damn happiness right this very minute. And I guarantee you, they will not quit. Maybe 1 out of 10 might try to quit. Has to be serious before it quits. Most of the time they won't. And folks, I'm just letting you know, you keep acting, you stay with that addict, and you expect them to change and they don't be surprised. Just don't be surprised. Because they're doing They're putting their drug of choice above you, above the relationship, above their values, above everything. It's true. And I think sometimes when people get intoxicated or they get high on drugs, it's like a truth serum. The truth about you will always come out. And they will find something wrong about you to make you look worse than what they know they are. You got to ask yourself, can I live with this for the next 30, 40, 50 years of my life? If the answer is no, leave. You got to have peace of mind. You got to have happiness. That's it. You got to have it. Or else you drive yourself insane. Good luck, everybody.